which I know my network is 192.168.0.0/24. That will scan the whole of the network. And all it's looking for is nodes that are up. These nodes I'm interested in is the Raspberry Pi, and on this particular network I think I'll have 4 existing devices connected. Your mobile phone will be considered a device, your network printer will be considered a device, and as long as you can work out what your devices are, then you will know which one's your Pi. So here I can see that that's an Android device, that's a computer, that's a router, and that's unknown. So the IP of the unknown is 192.168.0.160. So what I'm now going to do now is sudo SSH into the Pi. I'm going to use -P to designate the port as 22. The Pi's name is Pi at our IP address 192.168.0.160. It's asking for my password at this point. That's fine. And the password for a Raspberry Pi to begin with is Raspberry. So if you type in Raspberry and you're in. Now it's at this point it's going to ask you, would you like to attach the fingerprint? So you just want to type in the word yes, and away you go. Again, I've already connected to this Pi, so it's not asking me for that fingerprint. However, the next thing that we want to do is make sure that our Pi is up to date. So we're going to use a command sudo apt get update and sudo apt get upgrade. Now be prepared for yours to take 3 to 5 minutes in order to carry out this process, and yes, we're prompted to do any upgrades that are required. This for me, as I say, in order to keep the time of the video down, I've already gone through and done this previously, so I'm hoping at this point it's just going to go straight through the updates, upgrades, and register the fact that it's all ready to go. Once we've done this, we can get on to installing the software that will make this a headless package. At the moment we're using SSH, and a lot of people are going to be a bit wary about having to type commands. So I'm going to use SSH now. We're going to go into the desktop, gain access to the desktop with one piece of software, and we're going to change the password and assign static IPs. So before we go any further, let's change the password. Sudo passwd and Pi is our user, and what I'm going to do is 20 put in a new password. There we go, you put your password to whatever you want. Now we're going to install a piece of software. Now everything here is apt-get. Now we're going to type install, and the software that we want is XRDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. What this is going to allow us to do is to use our current computer setup as this desktop for our Raspberry Pi. Now the Pi in itself, brilliant piece of kit with pins on the top to allow you to dish out commands. People use their Pi as home alarm systems, people are using their Pis for switches for the house, turn on the lights. People are using Pis for turning on sprinkler systems. The list is endless. So now we've done our install of XRDP, we're now done with the SSH. What we can do is then go into our remote desktop viewer. Now, as you may appreciate, I am using Linux. On Windows, in order to SSH in, you'd have to use a piece of software such as PuTTY to SSH in, and Windows Remote Desktop Viewer likewise. Here I'm using a piece of software from Software Center, Remote Desktop Viewer, and I'm now going to connect on the RDP protocol to the host with the username Pi, because that's the standard username, Here I'm just going to set the output, the screen resolution that I want. That should be more than sufficient, and it's going to ask for the newly changed password that we've just entered. There we go. Once we're in, we want to make things as simple for ourselves as we can, and the first thing that I'm going to do is come up to the icons up here for the network. So right click the network and then left click on the Wi-Fi networks there, and here we go. I want to configure our Etho. That's the Ethernet port on our Pi. I've unchecked this automatically configure my empty options. I've assigned a static IP 192.168.160. That means I always know where to find this piece of equipment. It's always going to be on the same. I've got my IP address of my router, and I use Google's DNS servers 8.8.8.8 or 8.8.4.4. Once you've put those in, apply and close it. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to run a sudo command for raspi-config. And what this is going to do is now expand our Raspbian software to use a whole SD card. So when you first installed Raspbian onto your micro SD, it's only using 3.9 gig of space. So now we're going to expand that. Root partition has been resized. OK, and that's it. There's lots of other options here which we'll cover in another tutorial. But for now, I'm just going to finish. It's going to ask for a reboot, and I'm going to click no. I don't want to reboot. We now have a headless Pi. And I hope this is of help to you. Once here, we'll look to go on to other tutorials later. Thank you very much.